Welcome back to their daily Marvel stat video here, coming at you with a deck highlight today that I usually refer to as Devilish Kitty. This deck list is using that early game engine of Angela in tandem with cards like Jeff and Nightcrawler and Spider-Man and the deck's namesake Kitty Pryde to get really large for just 2 points of stats. Instead of going all in on that small movement package with things like Kraven, however, we're instead choosing to leverage Daredevil as another cheap play that provides valuable information on turn 5 to allow us to have a secondary lockout plan with Professor X. An ideal kind of turn sequence for this deck is use Daredevil's information to get a win in one path with Professor X, and then we win the second path in the game with either a powerful tech card, such as Enchantress or Shang-Chi, or by simply overwhelming the numbers our opponent can put into play on the back of Gamora, providing 12 stats for just 5 energy in tandem with a 1 energy play such as Miles or Kitty Pryde that provides an incredible amount of stats as well. It's noteworthy that this deck list doesn't include Silk, is one big upside it has over the others for people who want that card in their collection. I do think Jeff the Baby Landshark adds a lot of value in this deck since it can sneak extra points into our Professor X path, but I think it's a lot less required than some of the other lists that are choosing to leverage Kraven. If I was short a copy of Jeff, I'd probably play Polaris in that slot, so we have another tool that can provide utility to move around the board for enabling Miles Morales in some key positions. At any rate, I hope you enjoy the game highlights that I have for you here today. I think they do an excellent job of showcasing the power that this deck brings to the table. If you do enjoy what you see, make sure to snap that like button and check back in again tomorrow for another excellent Marvel Snap video, as always, here on YouTube. Probably Professor X in, because I have Jeff to bump it up. Oh, I guess they could, if they play another 2. This looks like Cerebro 2. They could, like, play more 2s into here. Just a Cerebro. Okay, so if I do this, the biggest this is going to get is like 6, so Jeff beats that. That sounds great. So we'll lock this up here. Do I want to Enchantress proactively? I don't know that I do. If I do this, and then next turn I could go Jeff, Kitty, Enchantress. Crawler dies. I'm aware Crawler dies, chat. I have to play here, though. Crawler dies, you little faith. Okay, and now we tag the Mr. Fantastic. So even if they... No, even if they have... They can't have Mystique anymore, right? Even if they have Blue Marvel, we still win, because they'll only be 6 here and we'll be 8. Do I beat the middle through a Blue Marvel, though? They'll go to 20. We're going to 22. Yeah, that's good. And if they Hazmat, we're turning off their Luke Cage. Weird. I wonder what their last card is that they didn't play it. Must be Mystique, right?
Victory.
First turn Kitty pull. Actual perfects. This Kitty does look great in inked, and the blue border effect is excellent as well. Lovely. Ooh, actual perfect draw. All right, let's draw Angela next turn for the perfects. Yeah, it's 2-drop at least.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Probably Evo Lockjaw looking like. Free kitty! That's lovely. We yank one of their friends off of there. I might just play the pig in the middle, honestly. Just let it get going. I think we could beat Chavez by overpowering her with stats. Wait a minute. What if I do this? We're a coin flip to kill them both? All right, this is 100% the content play. Might even just be the optimal play? No! Rip. Rats. This is 15 here. 13, 23 here. I think I have to play for both of these because they could just drop something big here. This ties in the center, right? How much are we winning the right by? Yeah, got him by 1. Close game. Close game.
Victory.
Happy to try and pull Ant-Man out of the Citadel here. Although pulling it into the Savage Lands would not be ideal. I'd like to draw a 2-drop next turn. So we can go Miles, Kitty Pride. Plus the 2-drop. They have either an Enchantress or a Shang-Chi from us. We're in a good spot here, though. I get to go Kitty Pryde, Enchantress left, and then I get to go Gamora middle plus Kitty Pryde left. And they ideally have to fill the Monster Metropolis this turn.
Squad still a little light.
Even if they have Shang at this point. It shouldn't matter. I guess they could have Devil Dinosaur for the left since it's Onslaught Citadel. I have priority, so I can't play around that. Close game.
Victory.
So on Miles. Is there any guide on when to efficiently open spotlight caches? So when it's best to open your spotlight caches differs for every player, because which spotlights are best for you depend on what your collection looks like. So there really isn't, this is the best time, this is the worst time. It's like, it depends on what your collection looks like. Us having priority here because they played Hood is great. It means we get to yank one of these out of here if they're going to try Carnage or something. Fun. Kill the Dream Dimension. You. We'll do this. And if we're lucky, we'll be able to Professor Cheese the Baxter building here. In general, if all things are equal and you're not sure when you want to open your caches, I have a video here reviewing what I think are kind of the generically best, but it still really depends on what your collection looks like. All right, so Death at a Demon means that we Professor X the left, and then we hope that Jeff, Kitty, Gamora wins the center. There's a chance with their death played out, we're through all their big things. They could be a null gamer, I suppose. What, they haven't blown up that many things for null this game, right? They blew up Hood, they blew up Yondu, they blew up Bucky, so null's actually a non-factor. Null's 0. This is certainly our play to win line. Yeah, got him. Clean. Solid, lose the Baxter building, win the game. Murray Isle with turn 1 Kitty Pride. Lovely. This is such, our deck is such a good Murray Island deck. Do I need to play around Galactus here? I think I need to play around Galactus here.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Get fucked. I guess there's a world where we lose to a Shang-Chi here, but let's find out if we're living in it. Ain't losing to that one. This is a proving ground stay for sure.
Victory.
Oh, maybe I'm supposed to move Nightcrawler here so I could Jeff Miles. Enchantress Zabu actually isn't very relevant in this matchup. I'm gonna snap them because they haven't had negative yet. Obviously, they could draw it this turn, but when they get their cubes in while their hand is weak. Professor X for New York has some potential here. Could also stag the right as well. You need Jeff and Miles to. You need Jeff and Nightcrawler to make Miles more consistent. Nightcrawler is also just 4 stats for 1 energy with Angela. And Nightcrawler is good with Professor X to give you flexibility on where you can play this too on turn 5. Okay. But like, what if I turned off both your Wongs? What if we locked one and Enchantress to the other? Two Wongs don't make a right, that's true. Not Jeff mid. Nah, I think we're good in the mid. The Surfer versions of Mr. Negative usually don't play Blue Marvel, in my experience. And obviously, we'll just skillfully dodge the Iron Heart like the goddamn professional that I am. I think we were winning even if they hit Wong here, right? Because we just have so many stats left and right.
Opponent snapped.
Go ahead, play your Kang, bud. You don't have to run down the entire rope before your Kang flips up. What a wonderful use of everybody's time, this Kang. There was like some consideration, like, okay, is Kang gonna be good in Conquest before Conquest started? And like, now that we're thoroughly into like Conquest existing as a format, the answer is a resounding no. Kang is just not good anywhere. That's all. Snap the like button if you'd be so kind, and check back in again tomorrow for another highlight.